Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Darati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam सर्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सागणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशत्तरिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा प्रंजल प्रभु तंदत प्रणाम जय श्री प्रभु। So today we read about this crazy man named Francis Bacon. This guy. So, yes, Prabhu. So Bacon was 500 years ago. He was almost during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu time. So he lived for how many years? 50 something. Yeah, he was 50 something years. So let's read about what Bacon has to say. I agree with us. Francis Bacon is generally acknowledged as the founding father of modern science in England. So he's some nonsense fellow. And although he did not work in a modern laboratory like today's scientists, he inspired what has become known as the scientific method. He believed that science could give man a mastery over nature that would improve his life on this earth. For Bacon, science was not simply an intellectual or academic undertaking, but a utilitarian one. Srila Prabhupada. It is erroneous for Bacon or any other scientist to think that science can control nature. It is not possible to control birth, old age, disease, and death. During our lifetime, we may be able to make some changes and give some facilities, but that is not the ultimate end. Agreed thus. Bacon disliked mental speculation about God because we cannot accept God to conform to our own conception. Due to God's infinitude, no conception of God can be unbelievable. By and large, Bacon relegated theology to the realm of faith and science to the realm of knowledge of the world. Srila Prabhupada. It is good to be a master architect and make a house with all modern facilities, but if the facilities cause us to forget life's real aim, we have lost a great deal. It is better to remain without facilities, evacuate in the field, and bathe in the river than overly concern ourselves with modern amenities, facilities for a pampered life. If we forget the real business, how to revive God consciousness, we have to advance. We have not advanced but regressed. Hargreave does. Bacon did not conceive of science as being this unifying factor as far as religion or God is concerned. Rather, he believed that science could enable civilization to progress. It could be binding force between man and God. Srila Prabhupada. That is certainly a very good idea, but many modern scientists are denying the existence of God. Many are claiming that God is dead, that there is no need of God, or that we can manufacture God and man in our own way. Hargreave does. Bacon considered some knowledge to be supernatural in that it comes from God, whereas other forms of knowledge are attained through man's own attempts. He admits that the material senses are imperfect and act like false mirrors which distort the actual world. Thus, men are constantly being deceived. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, although they are advancing the cause of material science, they are forgetting God in the process. This is most degrading. Man should prove by scientific methods that God exists and is doing everything. Scientists should use a scientific method to understand how the supreme intelligent being is working. God's scientific knowledge is perfect, and knowledge that complies with this is very good. But if men have a little knowledge and defy the existence of God, their knowledge is useless. So their little knowledge has become a dangerous thing. Bacon says something very much like this. He writes, "It is true that a little philosophy inclines man's mind to atheism, but depth in philosophy brings man's mind about to religion." Prabhupada, yes, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. It should be understood that those pieces of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Bhagavad Gita 14:4. If we have a little intelligence and think about this verse, we can understand that all living entities are coming from some womb. Since everyone is the child of some mother, there must be a father. When we are grown, we must understand our Father, his property, and his desire. How can we deny a universal Father? Hargreave does. This is Bacon's conclusion. For a while, the mind of man looked upon second causes scattered. It may sometimes rest in them and go no further, but when it beholds the chain of them confederates the linked together, it must needs fly to providence and deity. This Bacon spoke some funny language. Yes, bro. He started the science. Yes, this is the version in Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate. I am the origin of everything. Everything is emanating from me. Bhagavad Gita 10.8. The Vedanta Sutra also states, Janma Dyasya Jataha. The Supreme Being is He from whom everything is emanating. It is a fact that there must be a source of everything, and it is the business of philosophy to find that original source. It is neither scientific nor philosophic to try to obscure or ignore the original source. I agree with that. Concerning superstition, Bacon writes, it were better to have no opinion of God at all than such an opinion as is unworthy of him. For one is unbelief, and the other is what is this? This I think this Bacon made his own language.
Contumely.
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 Hmm.
Contumely.
It were better to have no opinion of God at all than such an opinion as is unworthy or of him. For one is unbelief and the other is okay. Prabhupada. Why should we remain superstitious? Why not introduce the education whereby everyone can understand God and his nature? We are trying to establish such an institution with this Krishna consciousness movement. If the government participates and cooperates, the masses of people can understand the science of God and benefit. I agree with that. Bacon distinguished between sects, and religions. Sects change, but true religion is built upon the rock, the rest are tossed on the waves of time. Real religion comes directly from God because religion is the law of God. Therefore, we must philosophically and scientifically understand God and His law. That is the perfection of knowledge. Agree with that. Many of the Indian sects are successful in America because their leaders do not impose any restrictions. Prabhupada. They have no conception of God. They come for some material profit, and this is revealed in the course of time. I agree with that. Bacon also believed in the divine rights of kings, maintaining that the king is empowered by God to make laws. He also felt that the national church could best provide the people's spiritual needs. Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, it is necessary that the king be so trained as not to misuse his power. According to the Vedic system, the king was educated to abide by the instructions of saintly persons, Brahmanas. The Brahmanas would advise, and the king would follow their desires. If a king misuses his power, he is good for nothing. His monarchy will be abolished, and the people will replace it with something else. Yeah, that was Bacon's story was really short. So what Bacon said, he said that science and faith are two different things. Hmm. Yeah, this Bacon was confused, I think. Then he said that we should not think about God because we cannot think properly. That was his opinion. Yeah, that was short. Terrible. Tomorrow we start this. Well, this is longer chapter. What was his name? Thomas. How is this said?
Radish.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Bad guy.
He doesn't look like a devotee. Yes, so many weird fellows. They have all kinds of ideas. He said God is invisible. Ribu. Yes, Prabhu, this scientist. Oh, this guy. Oh, he lived almost 90 years. Some 80 years. Ribu. Okay, let's read six Astakam prayers. चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिकावितरणं विद्यावादुजीवनम् आनन्दं बुद्धिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम् Ribu, your turn, Prabhu. Okay, Ribu, I can read it. नाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस् तत्रार्पितानि अमिता स्मरणेन काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशमिह जानिनानुरागः त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना मानिना मानतेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितां मां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपा तव पादपङ्कजा स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तया नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदा हृदया गिरा पुलकर्निचितं वपुः कदा तव नाम गृहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राविर्ष्यायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे अश्लिष्य वा पादरतं पिनष्टु मामदर्शनान् मर्महतं करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विधातु लम्पतो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः हरिबोल हरिबोल
Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath. These are the five amazing facts about Rath Yatra, the chariot festival of the Lord of the universe Jagannath. So the Rath Yatra, the chariot festival of the Lord Jagannath, is a century-old ancient festival dating back 5,000 years ago. Second amazing fact is that this is a very unique festival where the presiding deity of the temple, Lord of the universe Jagannath, it is magnificent.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath.
Third amazing fact is that it is a festival of spiritual liberation. The fourth amazing fact is that it is the largest chariot procession in the world, where the 2 million people gather at one place to celebrate this magnificently splendid festival, Rath Yatra. And the fifth amazing fact is that this is the festival of universal brotherhood. People from the different walk of life, irrespective of their caste, creed, color, and country.
Yes, Prabhu. Everyone should go.
Perfect shelter of the Lord Jagannath. Jai Jagannath. Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy names. One should chant the holy names of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire any. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire any followers. I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women. How could I forget this? O Almighty, I have no. Yes, Prabhu, I don't remember it. I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy names? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? Haribo. O Govinda, feeling your separations, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. What is this? I know no one but Krishna as my Supreme Lord. No. I know
Yeah,
but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Haribol, Sri Siksastakam Ki Jai. Which I didn't. But fourth one, I forgot what it was. Oh Almighty Lord, I do not desire. I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful woman, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your cause. Yes, Prabhu. Now we read the 10 offenses to the holy name. The first offense: to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating holy name. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second one. No, I don't remember. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of the of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Third one, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Fourth one, is it chanting? To blaspheme something. What? To blaspheme the scriptures or scriptures in conjunction of Vedic scriptures. Is it like that? In Persians. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in Persians to the Vedic version. Fifth one. I forgot it also.
To consider.
Is it the chanting? As
Yeah.
Karmakanda? Is it that one? No. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Is sixth one then to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. So 5, 6, and 7 is about the holy name, about the, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 is the most known one, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8 one is to consider the chanting of the holy name as one of the auspicious rituals or karma kanda, which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9 is to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10th offense is to maintain materialistic attachments even after knowing so much about these subject matters or something like that. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरि बोल। पंचतत्व की जय, नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि बोल।